Namaskaram, this is Seshadri. Let us see about Atmanirbhar scheme. Government of India has introduced to boost our economy and our employment. This Atmanirbhar under Atmanirbhar 3 in PF we are going to get some benefits for new employees. Let us see about this. What are all the guidelines it is introduced by the Government of India? Under this objective of this scheme is to improve our employment, to give more employment for the new people. For that only the scheme has been introduced under PF. Validity of the scheme is from 1st October 2020 to coming 30th June 2021. Who are all appointed during this period are eligible to avail the benefit under this scheme. The scheme benefit is up to 2 years. They can need not to pay any PF for the employees who are all appointed during this time. Both the employer share and the employee share will be paid by the Government of India. And some of the definitions which are all it is as explained in the same act, PF Act itself. Particularly, we should know what is a new employee. That is, employees who are appointed during 1st October to 30th June 2021 are called as a new employee. If his salary is below 15,000, they are called new employees under this scheme. And to avail this scheme, you should have filed your EPM, that is ownership details, under Form 5A to the EPFO's office. So please ensure that one for availing this scheme. And reference base, this has been given clearly. Reference base is whatever we have filed during September 2020 is taken as a reference base of employees. Based on that only how many employees we are going to add, those things are declared, certified. And uh, eligibility for the establishments. Who are all eligible establishment? Yes, all the establishments are eligible who are already member of the EPFO. If your strength, that is base point, what is paid during September 2020, if it is below 50 people, then you need to add or appoint minimum 2 employees to avail this benefit. And if your strength as on September 2020 is more than 50, you need to appoint a minimum 5 people to avail this benefit. This is the first criteria for eligibility for the establishment. As well as you should have filed Form 5A, that is also you ensure to claim that. And in case if any establishment newly registered with EPFO, those those people, yes, they are also eligible for this benefit, but only thing they cannot voluntary, whoever applied and got registered with EPFO, they cannot exit from this scheme, that is statutory scheme, until this beneficiary period is over. That is up to 2 years. They cannot exit from this statutory. If they are want to maintain the below 20 employees and want to exit from this EPFO statutory things, means that is not possible. And these are all the only two things. And employees, if it is as earlier told, 50 below 50 means they should add at least minimum 2, and more than 50 means they should add minimum 5 people to avail this scheme. Who are all eligible as employees under this scheme? Yes, they should have appointed during this period, that is 1st October 2020 and 30th June 2021, and their salary should be below 15,000. They should not be a already UAN allotted employee. That means there should be a first employment, or the employment which they were working that was not under the register. They were not PF employees, maybe some temporary employees like that. If they are appoint those people and we are registering with PFO, they are EPFO, they are eligible for availing this benefit. As well as some of the employees who are lost their jobs during 1st March to September end, they are also, if they are getting or appointed during this period, October to June, they are also eligible if their salary is below 15,000, either it is a earlier job as well as this job. They are also eligible to claim under this benefit. How much we will get? Yes, we will get both the employer share, employee share. If the strength is below 1,000, And if it is more than 1,000, that is all the reference points which is we filed during September 2020. If it is more than 10,000, then employee e-share is we can claim from the government of India. How? Yes, this is the main part of this video. How we have to register with EPFO. First, our establishment should be registered. How we can register? Yes, let us see in our website how it is shown. And you can see here ABRY. This is the thing. What one other tab it is given in the website. There we have to, when we are clicking establishment registration. If we go for establishment registration, our details will be asked. We have to apply, as well as we need to apply all the members registrations tab. All the members, their UIN number in TXT format, that is format also given in the website itself. There we can type all the UIN numbers and add in the choose file. Then we can those members will be added in this scheme. After adding this thing, we need to go for ECR filing. ECR filing, all the eligible employees will come separately the amount, and then who are all not eligible employees will come another amount separately will come. We need to pay only the employees whom not eligible for the beneficial under the scheme of Atmanirbhar. When we are paying the others amount, automatically immediately it will be in real time, it will be credited to the employees who are all under the benefit of Atmanirbhar, their UAN, Aadhaar seeded UAN, and immediately they can verify their account will be credited. Okay. Then what other things is the main thing? We have already paid for October and November ECR. Those people who are eligible also we have already paid. How to claim that? Yes, it is possible. The guideline clearly shows we can claim. How we can claim? The employer share, whatever we paid for these 2 months, we can be adjusted in the employer share in the future, as well as the employee share, whatever we paid in these 2 months, that also adjusted in the employee share, what we can claim for the people who are we are going to pay in the months coming. And we should be very, very clear. We have to declare all the declaration there, whatever the employee's eligibility. So employer should be very, very careful while doing the giving the information to the AEPFO. So we should not give any false information. So we should be give correct information. For that, we have to get declaration from the employees who are all we are going to appoint during this period. They are not alien members. Those things we have to get declaration, as well as whatever we have to file the declaration along with ECR on each and every month. So we should be declaring those employees are really eligible to those things we have to file. So we should be very clear on the data what we provide to the EPFO. These are all the things. Any support on this thing, this is the declaration what we have to give for each month to the EPFO. In this regard, is Atmanirbhar claim anything? If you need any support, please call us. We are ready to support you. We are providing all the statutory support, trainings, as well as recruitment. We are ready to support in a good cost effectively. Thank you for watching. Please share this video to all for availing this benefit. Thank you.